जिन्होंने न सिर्फ उस मानव की रचना की जो आज इस मंच पर विराजमान है, बल्कि जो स्वयं चीफ पेट्रन है ऐसे आदरणीय सत्या भल्ला जी, मंच पर विराजमान भारतेंद्र जी, उत्तर प्रदेश से सांसद, आपके विधायक विपुल जी, मंचस्थ सभी महानुभाव और आज इस सभागार में उपस्थित विशेष रूप से देवियों को इंटरनेशनल विमेंस डे की सर्वप्रथम हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं प्रेषित करती हूँ और सज्जनों को प्रणाम करती हूँ। कुछ सज्जन इस अपेक्षा में थे कि हमें क्यों नहीं विमेंस डे की बधाई दी गई। एक्चुअली अगर महिला से पूछो तो हर डे is not limited to only this Women's Day. Every day for her is not only filled with challenges but also opportunities. So for women like me at least, every day is Women's Day. My heartiest congratulations to all the women achievers who came to this, their abode of learning. To the men in the audience today, the young ones, not the ones who are experienced, I say this. The only expectation that your female colleague, your mother, your sister, or possibly your own daughter will have of you is this. Treat them no different. Respect them for who they are, what they are. Don't look at them from a different prism. And never said कि तुम लड़की हो तो ये नहीं कर पाओगे. That is one of the biggest irritant for any woman. There are some men who say, तुम्हारी भलाई के लिए कह रहा हूँ. There are some men who say कि तुम्हें चोट ना पहुँचे इसलिए कह रहा हूँ. And to those men, my appeal is this. Women are born in circumstances that are challenging for many. But they do not define their destiny with those struggles. They overcome those struggles and define themselves with the small victories that come their way every day. To the girls who are getting ready to have a new phase of life, I have no advice to give you, but I only have words of encouragement. Every decision you take in life is a consequence that you will bear yourself. No matter how many shoulders come forth for you to lay your head and cry on, no matter how many conciliatory words people might have for you, ultimately on this journey ahead, it is you who console yourself, you who pick up yourself, and you who march ahead. So on this Women's Day, I wish you a life not only full of expectation as it is today, but a life filled with opportunity so that you can turn every opportunity that comes your way into not only a success story for you, but also for your loved ones. And on this journey, I wish that every girl that you encounter is a girl, a woman who is empowered to fulfill her destiny with a little nudge from you. To all the teachers who are amongst us today, I think the biggest compliment to any teaching institution is when your students come back to you with pride. Come back to you, and when they are awarded by you, like I saw Satya ji pat a girl on her back who has achieved much in the world, has a kind word for you and says thank you. For it is a reflection not only of the student's own parivarik sanskar, but it's also a reflection of the heritage and the culture that you have intertwined your student with. So every student who has come on stage today to receive the salutations from your institution is a reflection of your own success as an institution. My compliments to not only the academic staff who has taught these girls to achieve much in life, not only to the families of these girls who have possibly supported them when they least expected, and said, go ahead, live your dream. But my also grateful thanks to all the students that I witnessed when I walked into your institution. Much has been said about vice chancellors and government institutions wanting to fly the national flag. But rare was it to see a private university do so proudly and willingly. And what gladdened my heart is that one moment when that flag was unfurled totally before it was risen. At that time, all I could hear in my ears was the cheering of your students. For me, in that cheer lies the strength that is truly Indian. For those who cheer, I could not distinguish between you on the basis of gender. I could not distinguish between you on the basis of your religion, or your creed, or the region you belong to. But in that cheer together, you sounded as one nation. And today, as the HRD Minister of the country, let me say it is you students that I proudly serve, and I'm grateful for. आज का ये कार्यक्रम मेरे लिए शायद मेरे कार्यकाल में पहली प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटी है जहां मैं आई। और मेरा आने से पहले एक ही प्रश्न था, कितनी लड़कियां पढ़ती हैं? मैंने प्रशांत जी से रिकन्फर्म किया तो उन्होंने बड़ी प्राउडली मुस्कुराते हुए कहा 60% are girls. ऐसे पढ़ती तो है, पढ़ाती कितना है? Women teach. I think the best gift we can give to the country is this. The recent All India Survey of Higher Education tells us more and more women, girls, are getting into the higher education system. But very few of them find places as faculty members. I think this is a great tribute, Prashantji, to your own mother, who was a teacher in a government school. That 60% of those working in your institution with you are women as well. That is the best gift. Trust me, I am the daughter of a female teacher as well. That is the best gift we could have given her. At the end, before I leave your presence, I'm of the opinion that more and more women who are given impetus in the field of research, more and more women if given impetus and strength in the field of becoming educators, I think in their progress lies the progress of our country. Anybody who is into research in the social sector will be extremely pleased to undertake a study or possibly look at a study which transpired from the year 1970 to about 2009. This is a study undertaken in 219 nations. And in this over 3-decade and 4-decade long study, it was found that with one additional year of teaching of a girl in a reproductive age, the child mortality of that nation came down by 9.5%. So when we look at education for women, when we look at giving opportunities to women in the faculty, we need to understand the emphatic evidence which presents itself that this is not a growth which is siloed to one sector, but this is a growth which will impact society and nation on a whole. Particularly, before I rest my peace, my grateful thanks to the men who have served in the armed forces, but today extend their service and serve in this very educational institution. Many of you might have gone into battle, possibly before many of us were born. Many of you might not get a grateful thanks from most of us. Many of you who wear your uniform today might in civilian clothes not even be recognized. But let me say on behalf of every Indian who is in this audience today, we are forever grateful for your sacrifices and service. And I particularly, as the HRD Minister, am extremely grateful that the management of Manav Rachna has ensured that your service is in continuum while you serve to strengthen the roots of education in our country. Jai Hind.